I had zero expectations, to be completely honest. After Ledgestone, didn't really finish the strongest on the final round. And then I actually had some car trouble, so I had to go home and, take my car in. So I actually didn't get as much practice as I normally do. I didn't get here until the day before the event. So I got a couple practice rounds in, felt good about it, and here I am talking to you now.
Pretty weird round. I mean, I scored okay shooting 8 under. I don't know, different parts of the round just felt like I was throwing some weird backhands, weird forehands, missing putts. I don't know, I definitely got some good breaks as well. Definitely a lot to clean up for tomorrow, I feel like.
Honestly, just rinse and repeat. I really don't want to have too big of expectations for this event. I just want to keep playing this golf. Last year, I had 2 pretty bad round 1 and 2, and then I finished with 13 under par, like course record. I had it for only like 5 minutes because Micah Groff came in with 14 right after that. And then I followed up, today with a 10 down. So I'm just going to try to keep that momentum going for the next 2 rounds.
Hello and welcome to Round 2 Front 9 coverage of the MPO lead card here at the 2024 LWS Open at Idlewild, presented by Dynamic Discs and the Natty. Big Jerm, Paul Ulibarri, BigBarri commentary, and another fire intro. I'm really excited for moving day.
Yeah, it looks great. Great players. The editing they're doing around here is getting me pretty hyped.
Real good.
Yeah, hats off to our crew.
Well, we got to give a shout out here to Ben Callaway. Incredible opening round at 10 under. Now, keep in mind, with 8's par going from a 5 to 4, that is a former 11 under, just to kind of keep it in perspective with prior years. So a very good opening round. Joseph Anderson, I had a front row seat to watch this man play his 9 under, and that included 2 bogeys. He had a lot of birdies, very smooth, very comfortable with his flip ups through the woods here. And this is an old school style course, so of course you're going to have a player like Gregg Barsby, who cut his teeth in the Northern California woods. This guy knows how to play technical disc golf, he knows how to win too. Speaking of knowing how to win, Calvin Heimburg on lead card once again here in Jomez. He's a mainstay, and he's a great player, and this is going to be a great card.
Running through hole 1, par 4, 638. Out of bounds left, out of bounds right. Just throw it as straight as you can. We saw a bunch of people do it all kinds of different ways yesterday. Excited to see how these guys tackle this starting hole. Maybe we'll see somebody actually go for the green. Yesterday, conservative play seemed like what the featured card decided to do.
First up on today's lead card, from Davenport, Iowa, Benjamin Callaway.
It's worth noting that neither you nor I paid any attention to coverage today at all. So we have no idea whatsoever about what is about to take place during this round. You can blame that on the Olympics.
Steph went nuts. Oh, look at this. Is actually
okay.
A lovely little tree.
It is. I'm not sure if that would have found a B left, but it would have been scaring it.
Next on the tee, from Athens, Georgia, Joseph Anderson.
He's like, hey, you just hit that tree. I think that's going on. Wow. Clean that up.
I don't think Joe's going to be going for anything too aggressive.
Just a buttery smooth little flight, isn't it?
Well, you don't need much more than that. Really, if you want to get a birdie in this hole, that will do. And I mean, that's not an easy shot for anyone to throw, but for Joseph Anderson, that is.
Throwing third and coming to us from Grass Valley, California, Gregg Barsby.
This hole does lure you into going for the big shot. Keep in mind, there are only 5 par 3s on this entire course. And here's a par 4 where the basket's right there in front of you down the hill.
Sit, no big skip.
Oh, that was a very nice soft skip.
Capping off today's lead card from Safety Harbor, Florida, Calvin Heimburg.
This is one where Calvin could sniff circle 1 if he got the correct flight, even with a little down-tempo shot. And it seems like that's his shot shape. That's heavy on the turn.
It is really pulling right. That would have definitely gone out of bounds, but a fortunate kickback in.
All right, we got some good breaks going our lead car's way here. Start off the round. This is a pretty tricky shot. Heiser right now underneath the tree.
Whoa.
Oh my goodness.
That is.
I thought he was going to go underneath by kind of like by the base.
Yeah, that was a great shot.
Fantastic. When Barsby is playing well, this is a shot that he will not mess up, and he doesn't mess it up today.
A little extra run out on that down slope, but nothing that he can't clean up.
Now, this is one that can get tricky. Just like awkward distance. You don't want to leave it short, and that's typically what you see.
Out of jump putt range, but also like so hard to get the arm to swing that soft. And nice little anti-floater there, but that's got a little extra track down the hill, about 36 feet coming back to the pin.
About the same distance that Anderson had.
This is one of the things that Joseph was doing so well yesterday. He really made just about every single putt. I can't remember a single miss all around. He was locked in. And Gregg just over the rim with that nose down classic Barsby style angle. Needs to get some height before it starts dipping down. Calvin just sends it in there for his birdie. So Ben will lose one stroke to the card here with his par. And let's take a look here at our leaderboard. A couple players tied there at 10. And Luke Humphreys, through 15 holes, is shooting very well at 9 under. He is currently in first place. A couple other 10s out there with Jakub Samrad. And we got this week's Patreon disc winner. It is Orm's Arrows. Congratulations. We will get that Trash Panda Dune out to you. On to hole 2. Fun little par 4. 601 feet, not that long, but a tee shot that requires you to get out to the right side of this one pesky guardian tree that's just the lone tree in the middle. Really connects with a lot of drives.
Joseph taking the wide route and making it look pretty dang easy. Made that gap look big. One thing he is going to do this round is make it look pretty dang easy.
That's what he does. It doesn't look like he's really doing much at all. Gregg going for the backhand turnover. Don't see a lot of those in this hole, but that's very well executed. With his forehand and with his backhand roller, I'm surprised to see the backhand air shot come out.
I'm with you. I would have lost a little money if you had me guess or gamble on what he was going to throw there.
And Calvin going big skip with his Star Destroyer, or Halo Destroyer.
This is more of a dangerous line here. He's going to have to keep it tight. That out of bounds on the left comes in. Don't hit that.
That's
okay.
Okay. Very nice second kick. Man, you never see those stay up top. That is out of bounds for almost every player.
And that's back-to-back shots where very easily could have gone out of bounds.
Well, this time
Tee
he'll
shots,
be
that is.
super happy with his par as opposed to not getting up and down on hole 1, but the 4 plays on hole 2, which comes in at an even par average for the field.
This thing isn't going to be coming back.
Calvin more than likely will be laying that one up. Incredibly dangerous putt from that right side. Barsby tries to turn the putter in with a little Anheuser, and that one's going to be decision time, but hard to justify a run from that distance. See if Joseph can get it figured out, and he also connects with the tree. So 4 people well outside C1.
There's one layup.
I think we might get a run from Joseph. Maybe even Barsby. He's pretty aggressive. Is Ben thinking?
2 layups.
No.
$64 feet.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's outside C2.
That is not a layup.
That could have been the C2 marker for the FPO pin, which is what I think it is. Look at
That is also not a layup. Deserving of a birdie. I think that upshot was coming in nice and soft. Probably going to be around that bullseye mark. Has to earn it, and earn it he does. I mean, watching him for the last season, it looks like once he gets in position, the only thing that kind of goes away is that putt and stroke. And so if he can make all of his circle 1, just barely outside circle 1 putts, he's going to have a great chance.
You know, that's the thing. I think I've maybe even mentioned this before on Jomez, but when I talked to all the friends that he played with growing up in the amateur ranks and the early pro days before he took it on tour, they all say that's the thing he does. He makes all of his putts. Oh, this is a little fast forward here to Freddie Meza on 17.
Oh,
Okay. Freddie Meza going in for the ace. I'm saying spitting out because I played with Simon Lizotte, who said, I'm going to ace today. And he hit dead center. And I'm talking, it couldn't have been more center, up and down, left to right on 17, and it spit out, came right back out. But wow, incredible ace for Fred Meza on hole 17. Finishing up the point about Joey Buckets, that he always makes his putts. And that's the one thing that, like you said, we have not seen him really do that on Jomez coverage this year. But man, he gives himself so many chances. So far, 2 good putts.
all right, we got a little par 4 action now. 656 in length and left to right shot off the tee, low ceiling. You're going to see sidearms and rollers. I think the roller is the optimal play, but if you can squeak the low sidearm around the corner, it will do just fine, which Joseph has done. A little longer into the green.
Yeah, so he said yesterday he likes the wide sidearm because the inside line he was never getting right. He kept throwing it too low. But when he goes the outside route, he gives himself a chance every single time, even though it's a longer shot.
Gotta love the result from that drive.
Calvin also a nice roller, a bit longer than Gregg's, and I think that that extra distance may pay dividends.
How much dividends?
Oh, to the tune of perhaps even 1 stroke.
Oh.
And Ben Callaway has gotten a hold of this one.
Oh, with the little ramp forward. Gotta like that. Gotta like the result of that. Flat, looking straight at the hole.
Beautiful. One of the better rollers you're going to see thrown here on hole 3.
Just needs to flex back today.
Well, it's going to be a tricky one with a low ceiling going up the hill.
He's pretty far back there, though, honestly.
Uh-huh. Let's see if Gregg can get one close. This is a little high going into this low ceiling green, but a nice tree direction. Only 22 feet left.
When you're up here on this right side, it doesn't play as long because you are up on the hill a little bit. So you can kind of play it down, let the stability take hold, find its way into the circle.
Those two trees that form that little field goal, they just connect on so many good shots going into the green. It's still a good shot from Calvin. Short look for birdie coming.
All right, Ben. Perfect opportunity to get on the board here. Go. That's not it.
Oh, boy, that's going to be heavily obstructed. This would be a huge putt to drop. It goes high ceiling there.
Shows me that he's feeling pretty confident, though.
Yeah, that was a great run. Oh, come on. That's incredible.
What a putt.
Yeah, going through that initial leaf. Just barely hits it right there. Probably only slowed it down. That was right on line. Great putt. And Gregg stabs his putt in.
Three out of the four. Pretty solid for hole 3.
No doubt. A great run from Joey Buckets as well. We got to check in here with Gavin Phillips. And this is his second shot on the par 4 sixth. And sending it in from deep to save the birdie. Great to see Gavin Phillips playing well this week. Did a clinic with him in Pensacola a number of years back. Well, vacation clinic with Eric Oakley and several others. Paige Pierce, I think, was involved with that.
What is the simplest way to improve your disc golf game? The answer, learn from the very best. Paul Ulibarri, Simon Lizotte, Ezra Aderhold, and Holland Hanley. They're not just players, they are your elite coaches guiding you every step of the way. The Power Disc Golf Academy is the premier online disc golf academy with over 150 on-demand lessons that are specifically designed to improve your skills right now. So what are you waiting for? Join today at PowerDGA.com.
Just got word from our resident statistician that it is Freddie Mays' birthday. So getting the ace on a birthday, that is super cool stuff for him. Have you ever given a clinic to someone and seen them go on tour later on?
Yes, plenty.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's
a
a
lot
cool
of them
feeling.
are really good. Yeah.
Anyways, hole 4. Par 4, 722 feet. Got to get out to the left, but you don't want to go too left because that OB does come in play on that left side of the fairway. So you want to throw something that's either really straight or even trying to bend something from left to right.
I get what you're saying. You're saying that he was at the clinic
He was,
as a student,
He was-
not a
yeah.
teacher. See,
yeah.
the way that you said it,
Okay.
I did a clinic with Gavin.
No. He was one of the kids there.
I was like,
He
oh,
was-
that man, he must have been pretty young doing that. That's awesome that he's
No,
a
no.
teacher. Yeah.
You-
Getting slower in my
Wow.
old years.
That is a thing of beauty there for Calvin. Low, straight, right where you want it. That is a great drive.
Talk to me. Come out of that. Not
Man,
bad, but that's going to be tight.
that little tree slap, though, kept him in bounds again. Ben Callaway is living life right so far this round.
Just rarely throws a really bad shot.
He doesn't really do it very often.
Nope. It's going to be pretty tight over there on the left. I mean, anywhere you land is going to be tight.
Yep.
Like, if you're in the exact perfect spot, it's still a tight gap.
Yep. Barsby doesn't even want it.
I am surprised he doesn't go for the sidearm flexor in there, but
Each gap is like,
tiny.
and as you're bending the disc through the gap, some of those gaps even get smaller. So you just have to be in the perfect spot. Otherwise, you got to do this. You just got to lay up, bite the bullet. Okay. Living on the edge today, Ben Callaway. All right.
Oh, he's found himself a sneaky little sneaker over there on the left. Oh, and he went sneaky sneaker through everything. Long
Sure.
putt, but
Yeah.
you're rewarded with that.
Totally.
Great shot.
And look at Calvin's got. Calvin's just got the biggest possible gap going straight through it.
Oh.
Connects with the branch, unfortunately, but
Oh.
that'll be in circle one territory. But that you really can't throw a much better drive than what Calvin had right there.
All right, you lay up, you have to get up and down.
Yep.
Hurry back.
Yeah.
Good lift.
Yep. Oh, boy, that was close.
Careful, you hit those wood chips and it can skip out. We saw that yesterday. Awkward footing here for Ben.
We saw Evan Scott go out of bounds last year and throw one in from about that same spot that Ben just laid up from. Oh, another great effort. On line, just an inch or two high. Calvin to get a stroke on the card. Oh,
How does that go? There's nothing I liked about that
I think
until it was in.
the camera angle was a little funky as well. But yeah, that was way left and high. It didn't look nearly as bad on that camera angle. But that first camera angle was weird because it was like lower than his feet, I think.
Solid stroke there from Ben.
Yeah. You can gather a lot of information by the way somebody makes their 18-foot par putts.
All right, tell me what about that one? What about a 12-footer?
Not much from that distance, but with Ben there, it seemed like he only with the one birdie to start the round through 4 holes, it doesn't look like he's impatient. It looks like he's in his game plan and just letting the course kind of do its thing right now, and I like that for him. We got Luke Humphreys out here. He's playing a great round, finishing up here on 18. And that is a heck of a drive to get there. This for birdie. And he's going to finish at 14 under. That's currently in first place. Almost winning the Waco Annual Charity Open earlier this year.
Had a great shot at the Portland Open too, or the Beaver State Fling.
He just comes and goes, man. When he's there in the tournament, he means business, and he kind of does it like no one else too. The way that he throws, it's very. He doesn't have a lot of force driven into his throws. He has both feet on the ground when he throws, in a way that not other people do. Like other people are driving with their knees, but he's had knee issues before, and so now he just is kind of upright when he throws, and he just gets beautiful angles and flexes.
Good putter too when he's on fire, man. Basket better look out from all kinds of distances. Talk about distances. 432 here, playing a little farther up the hill.
The wind was a little bit more in the face at different times of the day.
I like this.
This is beautiful. This is really nice from Calvin.
I like it a lot.
Yeah, inside the circle. That's hard to do. And Barsby playing the pretty conservative yet aggressive tee shot. Doesn't quite get back down the hill. We'll see how aggressive he plays that next shot.
I don't think it's that stable. It needs to get down. Does. If you get it high enough, there is a road up there. It can come into play. Had some potential off the hand, but then the wind kind of kept it up to the right there.
A layup shot you have to take seriously here because it can get away from you. Good touch from Ben. So seeing where this is, I can't imagine that Gregg will be getting aggressive.
That guy likes to get aggressive.
He
though.
does.
No.
But this is a no-go. Maybe on the calmest day of the year. If it's C tier.
Heater.
Yep.
He's on a heater.
Yep.
That's official heater
Yep.
alert.
Hot tamale alert.
Yep. 4 through 5 is almost a perfect start. Because this one is like one that just gets away from you.
Oh,
You're fine with a 3.
Sure.
It's a bonus birdie by all accounts.
And we had a total of 11 birdies on hole 5 today. That's an impressive number for the wind. And all things considered, no one's going to blame you for laying up on hole 5. It's a tough get. Isaac Robinson, 10 under through 15. He is now tied with Luke Humphreys. My goodness, hot shooting there.
You knew after the first round, 10 under was not going to be the mark. It just wasn't.
It's too calm.
Yep.
But you know, it is a former 11 under. You got to keep that in mind. And formerly, 30 under wins the tournament. Heck, 27s even won the tournament. But you got to account for score inflation. I'm not going to say ratings inflation, score inflation. Players are getting, I don't know, the tournament's getting 3 strokes harder every year. Would you say?
Probably average around at least 2, typically.
An early tree is going to destroy Calvin's chances at birdie. Well,
No, I
not
wouldn't say
completely
that.
destroyed, but
Because you can pitch it down to that 80-foot mark like we saw from
Gavin.
Phillips.
oh, this is in danger for Gregg. Got to get lucky or, it's the quickest way to find OB on this hole is turning over the forehand at all. I like this roller for Ben. It's got to be really understable, though.
Oh, please miss all those. That's an eagle putt.
Wow, just
Great
for a
tree,
moment,
too.
curling in through C2. Can't do it much better than that. That's 2 incredible rollers out of Ben's hand so far.
Joey just doing Joey stuff.
Nothing at all wrong with Joey's stuff.
A lot of people like that. Birds, a lot of birds, a lot of good shots.
A lot of good chances for birds and stuff.
This is a awkward position. I'm not going to even try to guess what he has.
You don't need to. They'll show you.
Nothing.
And yeah, this is not going to be an easy par. Out of position.
You'd be smart to lay it up to about 40 feet. Try to make that bad boy. Slow down. That's fine.
Sure. Yeah, you'll take that. That's going to be a long par putt coming for Gregg. But sneaking into C2 is about as good as you can really hope for. Joey trying to get on the green. Oh my goodness, he barely does.
That little tickle of the high lettuce almost cost him. But now he's got to drop in bird.
Let's see if Calvin can save par. My goodness, that got sneaky. And there is a good look at the dog memorial on the green.
All right, for the rare eagle.
Oh, come on. So close. Oh, beautiful line. Just needed, I mean,
He thought he had it.
half an inch.
He was leaning in. Like I think I got it.
Oh. And that will be a bogey for Gregg. I got to give a shout out to one John Lynn with the eagle on this hole, the lone one for the day. I believe the lone eagle for the event thus far.
How far was he first?
Well, it had absolutely no information about it at all, so I have no clue. But congratulations to you for
Let's
the
say
eagle.
he parked it.
Off the tee?
Yeah, let's say it.
Yeah, I think John Lynn parked it.
Yeah, in the bullseye.
Backhand flex that got really lucky through the high ceiling and skipped over the creek. Incredible tee shot.
You know, I did see somebody go over the creek with a backhand flex once.
Are you serious?
Not kidding. I can't remember who it was. It Simon? It was practice. I saw
God.
it.
That's ridiculous. Yeah, he almost missed the putt. He parked it, but then he hit the cage, but
Flopped over.
it flopped over. But
over.
Good eagle.
Yeah.
Good eagle. Isaac, oh my goodness, he is now 11 through 16, folks, and he has taken the lead. This is the tournament that he really emerged a couple years back. Just running away with us, even in the range, shooting 11 unders or every round or something like that. Just really putting the pedal to the metal.
When I think about people who can hit the initial gap every single time on whatever
Yep.
angle they want, that's your guy.
The first guy that comes to your mind every
That's
time.
the guy.
Mm-hmm. No doubt.
And that's what this course is all about, including this tee shot. You don't hit this gap, you're probably going in like
Oh, boy.
that's
Oh, boy.
no chance of being in bounds, you know? That
Yeah.
does not get through the gap.
That's not one. This isn't one of those holes where you're like, oh, I missed my line and oh, I got lucky. This is one where you get penalized nearly every single time.
Hits the gap. That's a fine spot.
Yes, it is. Love that. Absolutely love that. Great shot.
You know what makes this course a lot harder? Mud.
Oh,
This hole is just like,
oh gosh. Yeah.
you know, you land on those roots and it's like, oh, well, I guess this is a standstill.
It is a treasure, the weather we've had so far this week. Oh, Gregg, he's going to hang on and stay in bounds. That is a great break that did not roll over the edge.
See, even when you hit the initial gap there, you miss your line. Get away with it.
And trying to save par, it will come down to a very difficult putt. More than likely a bogey coming.
Sidearm rolly.
Yeah, it looks like it. Out of position, going up the
I
hill.
like the angle. Got to miss a bunch of little ones.
I don't know where that landed.
Probably caught one of those little ones.
There's a lot of roots. Once you get about halfway up the hill, there's a ton of roots.
And avenues.
Yes, and avenues. Nice shot there from Joey Buckets. Going to have a drop in birdie.
Yeah. Not a lot of people take that route.
And Calvin as well. That is breaking the hole down perfectly in two shots for both Calvin and Joey.
Penn needs to make sure he doesn't compound the mistake. This is awkward little upshot,
Yeah.
and he does well to get to there.
I didn't realize that he didn't even have a putt. That was a full-fledged approach shot, similar to what Gregg has here.
He doesn't lay those up, ever.
You don't get the nickname the master of the throw-in by laying up shots from that range. And a good putt there to save the par.
Calvin sticks another birdie on the scorecard, and him and Joseph are starting to do some things.
Playing some good golf. And finally, we get a little check-in with Isaac Robinson, who is blistering this course. Of course, he goes for the island and sticks it on 17. This man is unconscious right now.
Why is he going for the green?
He always does.
I know, but why does he always hit the green? Oh, he's the world champ. Never mind.
Let's just agree that if you and I threw the way that Isaac throws, we would go for the green.
I go for the green and I throw like me, which is ridiculous. Absolutely insane.
It's unjustifiable. Hole 8, par 4, 576 feet, and that is the correct par now. We're trying to get out by this wide tree if you can with the sidearm flex. From there, it's up the hill, blind. Once again, you kind of want it to flex a little left and break down the hill to the right just a bit. Very tricky par 4. And it is the hardest hole in the course now that the par has been correctly established. But I do miss the days of the eagle.
Nothing's stopping you from getting an eagle still. Just 7 billion trees and those routes and avenues and
I wonder if this hole has ever been two'd.
trails. Can we call them trails?
You can call them whatever you want, buddy.
All right.
Nice shot from Joey. Tough early tree for Calvin. He's got his work cut out for him now. Not too far away from throwing a great shot, though. You do want to hug that inside line with a lot of Anheuser. Oh, look.
This is going to work as long as it doesn't hit those high limbs.
I think it headed back towards the gallery on the right side, I think.
This is one where you don't need power. I think you mentioned this yesterday. You need angle because you're going to throw it high.
This is great. Yep.
You hit it on the right angle, it's
Yeah.
going to flex out kind of down the hill, and you get all the distance that you would ever need. So Calvin going mid-range from here.
Got plenty of fairway to work with just to get back into position. And yeah, that's where he'd like his drive to be, but needs that to get up and down and to save the par and remain bogey-free for the day.
Ew, this one did not go right. This
Oh,
one
no, this
left.
is way left. Yeah, okay. I thought I saw something tracking back towards the gallery, but it must have been a leaf or something. And Gregg's done well to get out of there, back into the fairway. It just plays so many beautiful lines. That one just, I mean, that is...
Great. It was a great shot. Tree right in the perfect area.
The tree's in the perfect area. That's the right thing to say, because that shot, a lot of people who birdie this hole will go to the wrong side of that tree and sneak through. That was a very close to perfection shot.
Same.
Oh, man, low limb. Beating down Ben's approach.
From here, you really just have to worry about throwing it and then going too far if you miss everything. He does really well.
Whoa. Is that going to hit the bucket? It is.
Oh, goodness.
Come on, Calvin. That's awesome.
But he got a lot of height there, which really took off of the speed that he put on. That lower, screaming past the basket.
I thought for sure that was going to connect with one of those left side fairway trees.
Stays bogey free with that shot. Incredible. I guess he hasn't made it yet.
Yeah.
A little funny, I did.
Yes, it was. And this is the part that you're talking about, but he's going to put the brakes on just in time. That will be a tricky little short putt coming, though, for Gregg.
Now, this one, you don't have to be a hero. That green is fast. He wants the hero.
Yeah, he wants to be a hero.
It does kind of hit somebody's shoe. I'm just kidding. We got our cameraman sitting next to us right now. That did not hit their shoe. Hit their leg. Just kidding. Ben, same spot, really.
Yeah.
And he...
Less heroic.
Yep.
Wow.
Maybe Freddie? Or was that early?
No, that
was exacto when that happened.
I'm curious what that was for.
I think we're going to be able to see that here in a second. Freddie aced 18 after 17.
I think Freddie's well done with his round at this point.
Or who was it who parked the island a little bit ago?
The island. Isaac Robinson?
Oh, no, the other island. The crazy shot down the hill where we made
John Lynn.
Yeah, maybe John Lynn aced 18. Roundabout
The legend
way.
grows of John Lynn.
That guy's a wild one to watch. Okay.
Okay, Isaac Robinson. And does not throw the perfect shot off the tee, but it kicks back into the fairway, which means go for the green?
Well, when you hit gaps like this guy does,
Oh.
why?
Bro, that is disgustingly good. Are you kidding me?
No, you naughty man.
That's not even close to fair. That is absurd.
Shoots
What
a
a-
13 under par
So
with that shot.
That's a course record tying round
Yes.
for number of strokes thrown.
Yes, a score, which is what matters. That's his score at the end.
Right.
What it adds up to is the same as the course rate.
Whoa. 32 spots from 33rd place to first. Isaac Robinson, have yourself a day on moving day. My goodness. Wow. On to hole
These guys
9.
got work to do.
Yeah, no doubt. Hole 9, par 3, 258 feet up and over the hill. Always a fun ace run hole.
Joey going with the 2-piece.
This is the one way we haven't seen it aced, and that's because I think the play is to sit down.
Sit.
Yes, okay. The play is for it to sit down.
No, but you are right. This is a nice little soft skip right in. Why not? We've never seen it.
Come on.
Come on, Cal.
Come on.
See how it soft
could.
skip? Yeah.
It could one day.
It's going to happen. See, you know that Gregg is playing well when
Wow.
that shot is going his way.
That looked dialed. All right, Ben going for the flippy backhand turnover.
This is how everybody aces it. Why not?
No! Oh my gosh! No! Ben Callaway with another backhand turnover ace on hole 9.
Possible.
Are you serious? Are you
No way.
asking ye shall receive? Another ace on hole 9, another backhand turnover. And look at this one. Hits a little piece of the band coming in. Oh, let's go.
That's just an incredible throw. Look at the hyzer that he puts on this putter.
That is-
Late flip on a 258-foot short hole the whole flight. Unbelievable on the stripe.
The aces are flowing today. My goodness. Something is out there in the air here in Burlington, Kentucky. And Calvin, oh, don't you do it.
You did not.
Okay, didn't go all the way down the hill, but still challenge your nerves after making or missing the easy one. But stays bogey free, 5 under on the front 9. That's getting good work done. And also getting good work done is Joseph Anderson, who will have the lead on our card. Moving into the back 9. And Gregg gets to double digits.
All right, I'm going to go to bat for the star frame right now.
Okay.
Because,
Okay.
is this going to be?
Gavin Phillips. This could have been the noise we just heard.
Is this going to be?
Oh, that's it.
Oh, my God.
That's what we just heard as they were tapping out on 8. Oh, robbery. That looked just like the one that Simon threw, man. Just right in the middle.
Okay, so I'm going to bat for edge because
Oh, okay.
3 or 2 birds and an ace, 1 miss, that still makes up.
No.
No? All right. Yeah, you don't like kids. That's
I don't
fine.
like it. I don't like it at all. I don't like it one bit. Everyone's got to get a piece of it.
I just went for bat. That's all I was saying.
No, I
I'm
understand.
not
You can
pushing.
donate $25 of your own money for that.
I will.
Okay, you heard it here first. Paul feeling in an ultra generous mood today, and so are we for highlights. This has been awesome here. Not seeing this coverage, this is like watching it live for us.
And I'll even go as far as to say this. Anytime that there ever is a hole that has 2 birdies, an ace, and a par, I'll donate another $25.
That's a fist bump from me to you, sir. All right, well, we are halfway through the event here. That means that it's time to thank the Founders Club, because that's when I do that. Especially you, Tweeds, number 36 on the right side. That's a fun one. All right, well, we'll see you guys for the back 9 in here just a moment. See if we can keep this energy rolling.